Good afternoon. So I chose option 4. It's basically just me informing you guys how humans affect our environment. And the three topics that I chose were acid rain, genetic modification, and overfishing. Okay, so I'm going to be starting off with genetic modification. So from what I read, genetic modification is usually a good thing. There are many benefits, but one problem occurs in animals, and that problem is that cloning is often used with genetic modification, which increases losses of embryos and offspring at around the time of birth. And GM and cloned animals are often oversized, weak, and susceptible to disease, according to RSPCA. Um, so since this all happens around the time of birth, I was thinking that we could analyze the process from start to finish, and then we could find the cause or the problem, and we could try to solve it. So problem 2, overfishing. The problem with overfishing is that it can change the size of fish remaining as well as how they reproduce and the speed at which they mature. Um, so when too many fish are taken out of the ocean, it creates an imbalance that can erode the food web and lead to a loss of other important marine life, according to WWL. Another problem with overfishing is that fish are supposed to be renewable, but due to the rate at which people are fishing, the fish are not able to regenerate or reproduce fast enough, making them non-renewable, says CK12. MCSUK also says that fishing contributes to global warming from the fossil fuels burned by major fishing boats. So a solution that I had would be to boycott fish. So the less fish we buy, the less fish that we need to catch. And we could also look at the ecological footprint of fishing in general and compare and contrast what we find. Third and final one is acid rain. So this happens when humans burn coal. According to blogs.agus, AGU, coal is part of the three major fossil fuels that are affecting our ozone. The ozone is basically the layer above our troposphere. The troposphere is the atmosphere in which planes travel in. Fossil fuel burning releases carbon dioxide that warms the lower atmosphere, trapping the heat. This is bad because when it's trapped, it can't go up like it's supposed to. Also, according to interesting engineering, burning coal leads to sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide to be released into the atmosphere, where they rise and they accumulate into the clouds. So then when it rains all that toxicity, it basically goes down into major bodies of water. And the ground surrounding that water basically soaks all that up, and it depletes the soil of its essential nutrients. And then the trees that absorb the acid accumulate toxins that damage leaves, and it slowly kills the forest area around it, and this causes deforestation. It also eliminates entire species of fish, causing a snowball effect of damage. Acid rain is also a high factor in climate change. So, for example, coal-fired power plants that produce acid rain also emit high levels of carbon dioxide that accelerate climate change. A solution that I had would be to find a new resource other than fossil fuel to burn or use for power. Those resources were wind, light, and plants. So windmills, light panels, is that what they're called? Sun panels, and just the burning of plants to get fuel. Okay, have a good day.